Tonight on Masterclass.
A very nutritious, low-calorie antipasto platter.
How to cook for a delicious and healthy dinner party.
It's a great way to show off your new cooking skills and your brand new figure.
Plus,
some master specialists can assess our feet.
Putting your best foot forward when it comes to footwear. And triathlete superstar Craig Alexander's words of wisdom.
It's the days you have to suffer and fight for everything. That's when you really surprise yourself the most.
Hi guys.
Hi Hayley.
Welcome to another Masterclass. Now, final five. I know the Biggest Loser competition is really hotting up and it's getting down to it and you're nervous, but it's time to take some time out and enjoy Masterclass, where we learn things about how you're going to improve your lives when you get home. To get things started, I'm going to hand you over to Shannan and Michelle.
Hi guys, welcome to Masterclass. We've got to get you ready for a 42-kilometre marathon. So our focus is mainly around weight loss and cardio. But we don't want you to forget about strength training and resistance training.
Weight training still has a great calorie burning effect. It can also give you other benefits that cardio training can't give you, and that's strengthening muscles, strengthening ligaments and tendons, allowing you to have a more functional body to help you with your daily activities. It also gives the muscle more density. So the more dense your muscles are, the more toned they're going to look, and of course the more calories they're going to burn up as well.
Weight training should play an integral part of your long-term weight management. So today, we're going to give you a beginner's weight training program, one that you can take with you. Sets, reps and exercises that's going to speed your metabolism up and tone your body for the most efficient and effective fat-burning, muscle-toning workout you can get. You ready to have a look? Yeah. Let's head over. Alrighty, the first exercise we're going to do today is a chest press. This weight training program is going to be done using 3 sets of 12 reps. Now you have 1 minute rest between each set. Rick, if you can demonstrate first, please. The first thing you're going to do when you sit down on any of these machines is to make sure that the bar here is right in the middle of your chest. Now the seats are adjustable. He brings his elbows up, so his elbows are directly behind his wrist. Nice, even, open chest press.
So not there
Yep.
and not there. Right on.
Right in the middle. Now just push through there, Rick. He doesn't go out quick and back quick. You go out nice and strongly and come back nice and strongly. And there's no need for Rick to keep going back. I want to stop just there. So you can see his elbows would be even with his shoulders. There's no need to stretch all the way back. So 1, good. 2, 3.
Breathe in on the way back. Breathe out.
Good.
Breathe in.
So this is the chest press, working the chest, front part of the shoulders and tricep. Now, the most famous question of all weight training is how much weight should I lift? The best way to do it is trial and error. Put a weight on so you can do perfect technique like Rick did to start with. If that's easy, you simply put the weight up a little bit more. Alrighty, chest done. Let's move on to lats. Mish, that's yours.
All right. Shannan.
Yes.
The lat pull down, this works predominantly all of your back. Obvious ones, the lats, the ones that run down the side. Have a seat. What I want you to do is take your grip out wide, so roughly the inside of your hand to match there and there, perfect. Have your knees so that they go underneath the pads, and that just locks you securely into place. And you usually try to breathe out on the exertion. And as you breathe out, I want you to pull the bar down towards the upper part of your chest. So breathe in first. Now breathe out and pull down. Great, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. So we're focusing on keeping the shoulders down, keeping the chest proud and squeezing right between the shoulder blades. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Of course, you also want to make sure your abs are pulled in, pushing your chest out. So you're really focusing on good posture. Okay, so with a basic weight training program, we try to make sure that we balance the muscle groups. So we've worked the front of the body with Rick doing a pushing exercise. We've now worked the back of the body with you, Shannan, doing a pulling exercise. All right, our next exercise is shoulder press.
Lise, if you can demonstrate, please.
I can give it a go.
Now, because this is a beginner's workout, the safest and easiest place to put your hands are on this grip here, which is where I want you to put your hands, Lise. You can see this bar here is just about 1 inch higher than Lisa's shoulders, which is going to give her full range of motion. Assume the position, abs braced, chin up, chest up, head back on the pad, Lise. That's the way. And just pushing straight up like a piston, straight up above your head and back down, and straight up and straight down. Nice. You can see Lisa's arms staying straight up and down. Works your shoulders and your triceps. Good. Down to lower body. Okay, if there was one resistance training exercise I had to do and nothing else, it would be squats. Because just about your whole body gets a workout when you're doing it. Phoebes, if you can come and demonstrate first, it'll be great. Now I want you to start off without the bar. Pop your hands on your hips for me, chin up, chest up, and sit down on the bench and stand up. So that is the basic form of a squat. If you move in for me, the bar itself, it's sitting across the meaty bit here of her shoulders. Take a step back into your position. Chin up, chest up. Phoebes, we'll start at the top. Core on. Feet just wider than your hip width apart and toes slightly out. Off you go. 1, good. Breathing in on the way down, big breath, and breathe out on the way up. Knees travel over your toes. That's it, sit it right down. Work that cork out. 1 more, breathe in.
Yeah,
Okay, nice work.
Girl.
Work forward. Main muscles working. Your glutes, quads, and calves. Let's go and have a look at the next leg exercise.
Hamstrings. It's a fit ball or a Swiss ball hamstring curl. Now, I love these exercises because I think that they're great for beginners. Dave, you're going to do this one. Lay down for me on your back. Now you see that Dave's got the ball directly underneath his ankles and calves. So feet are about hip width apart, flexing them. Lift your body up off the ground so you're stiff like a plank of wood through the body. Your hands and arms on the ground giving you good support. I want you to drag your heels towards your backside and squeeze the backs of your legs as well as squeezing your bottom. Move slowly and don't forget to breathe. Everything behind you and in the lower part of your body is really kicking in. So really good work, direct hit to the back of the leg and your backside.
Now, that's it for your basic beginner's weightlifting workout.
Before you start each exercise, get yourself in correct alignment. Abs in, strong core, chest lifted, shoulders back and down, long spine, chin pulled in. Good foundation equals good movement.
Even though this is a beginner's workout, these are the most effective and efficient machine exercises you can do to get results. Now it's time to join Janella and Hayley in the kitchen to learn about some entertaining foods.
Coming up, the entree to a dinner party.
Dinner parties can be a big trap. There's lots of nibblies and cheese and crackers and peanuts and you're starving, so you're just woofing.
I would consume the entire tray.
And the healthy alternative.
I'm going to make you a very nutritious, low-calorie, low-fat antipasto platter. Hi! Oh, skinny ones.
I love Masterclass. It gives you, lots of skills for maintaining weight loss at home and achieving goals when you do get home.
Hi, everyone.
Hi,
Janella. Welcome back to Masterclass. When you guys get back home from Camp Biggest Loser, no doubt you're going to want to be catching up with some friends and all your family. And a good way to do that is to have a dinner party. It's a great way to show off your new cooking skills and your brand new figure. But we want to keep it that way. And dinner parties can be a big trap. Often you get there and there's lots of nibblies and cheese and crackers and peanuts and you're starving, so you're just woofing. And it looks something like this. Pretty familiar sight. Lots of crisps, cheese, salty, fatty crackers, brie, camembert, and your peanuts. Shannon, can you see yourself eating that?
I would consume the entire tray.
But not anymore.
No.
No. So a little plate is probably what, if we're watching ourselves, what we're going to be eating. And what we've got here, there's about 550, 560 calories there. So this is the bad food. We can say bye-bye to that.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
And I'm going to make you a very nutritious, low-calorie, low-fat antipasto platter, which means lots of little nibbly things. We've got some olives, some char-grilled eggplant, and a mushroom dip with no sour cream. Lisa, do you want to come up and give me a hand?
I'd love to.
Great. Let's get cooking. So let's put the eggplant on, actually. We want half an eggplant for here. This is for 2 people. So I'm going to chop him through the middle. And can you slice him about 1 centimetre thick slices?
You don't take off the end?
No.
No, okay.
Keep all of that, a bit thinner. Yeah. So we have got a big cup of mixed mushrooms. You can use any mushrooms you like. Lise, can you give these a rough chop for me? I don't care how big your pieces are.
Okay, good job.
So we're making a dip out of this. A little bit of water. They need a little bit of water to start the mushrooms because otherwise they're going to stick to the pan. You don't need oil. So just a bit of water and we're going to steam them. Mushrooms are a great source of fibre, really good B vitamins. And they're really meaty. They're great for vegetarians.
And it's okay to mix the mushrooms?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Wait till you taste it. It's really yummy. You just grab all those interesting little ones and put them all in together. Lisa, could you pass me the garlic, please? So, 1 bit of garlic in there. That's just going to take a few minutes to get soft, and that's the basis of our dip. I know some people don't like mushrooms, so you can... I know, Rick. No. Just because your face is going. You can use pumpkin, zucchini, sweet potato, anything you like. 3-second olive oil on the griddle, which is a teaspoon. So they're going to char grill. And while that's happening, we're not going to use greasy corn chips. We're using this. We're using 2 pieces for 2 people. So there's about 70 calories in a piece of this, not much. I'm going to make wedges out of this, like so. These are nice instead of the corn chips. There's no fat. I'm just going to put them straight into the grill. These only take a few minutes, so get somebody to remind you. Lisa, can you flick the eggplant? So now we're going to do some olives. We've got 10 per serve. We've got fresh oregano here. I'm going to just pick a couple, and Lisa, I'm going to get you to grab that lemon and come over here and, you know, do your little zest thing. So while you're doing that, I'm going to get my little blender machine thing. Excuse me, dear.
That's all right.
And then I'm going to get you to chop up the carrot in a minute. Okay. Mushrooms are looking soft. Yep. And then I'm going to use a little bit of fresh thyme. You can use mint, basil, parsley, lemon thyme, whatever fresh herb you want. And it actually doesn't even need to be fresh. On your way back, Lise, do you want to grab me some of that thyme? In. And then, do you want to whiz that one up for me? She's so calm in the kitchen. Beautiful. Nice. That's it. Mushrooms, garlic, pepper. There's about 30 calories in the dip. That's nice, isn't it?
Are you looking after this eggplant?
No, that's your job. So, eggplant, and we're going to roll these up. Has anyone done this before?
No. I've barbecued it, but not
Like
into
this?
rolls.
What are we thinking
Very
about this so
delicately.
far? Oh, she's all class.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, please, come on, half each. We've almost finished our gorgeous antipasto
It does look
platter.
very nice.
It actually does look very nice. So, Lisa, of course you get the first taste.
I do.
What would you like to taste?
I'm going to have some eggplant,
Oh, good girl.
because I love it.
Eggplant without olive oil or salt. Nice work. Thanks, Lisa. Thank you. Dave, do you want to come and try the dip?
I'll try.
Do you like mushrooms?
No, not really, but, you know.
Oh, good on you for trying it. It's a non-mushroom lover, so it's good to see the reaction. Taste the mushrooms.
That's good.
Like it?
Yeah.
Something you'd eat?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good. Thank you.
Right, that's
Good on
good.
you for trying them.
Yeah, thank you.
Antipasta. We have about half the calories of the cheese and crackers and a lot less sodium in that. So this is the kind of thing that you should start to try and explore to cook when you're having a dinner party. OK, starter done. Let's move on to main.
Coming up, from this to this.
I'm going to show you how to make a really yummy and healthy tandoori chicken with mashed pumpkin and carrot.
The main course of Janella's dinner party next.
That's your best one yet.
My best one yet. We've just served our guests up a lovely, low-calorie, nutritious and yummy starter, so it would be a shame to follow it with something really high-fat, high-calorie. A bit like this. Look at the size of that little baby. You know, I think a lot of us would think that that would be an okay dinner to serve people because it's veggies, it's chicken, but there are a lot of calories in here, aren't there? You know now, there's skin on the chicken and we don't know what's in the mashed potato, maybe butter or oil, and then the butter and the fat and the white flour in the white sauce. So a normal serve is about a quarter of a chicken, 700 calories. Most of the meals that we've been cooking are around 300. So it's a lot of calories, really, isn't it? So bad food away. And hello, good food. I'm going to show you how to make a really yummy and healthy tandoori chicken with mashed pumpkin and carrot. So, Dave, do you want to come up and give me a hand?
Certainly.
So, Dave, can you pass me the wok, please? Because the first thing we're going to do is put on the vegetables to steam because they're going to take about 15 minutes. Thank you. And the bamboo steamer. So, I'm heating up some water in a wok. So we've got about a cup and a half of pumpkin and about a cup of carrot. Do you want to just chop those up roughly for me, please, Dave?
Certainly.
Because we're going to blend it, so it doesn't matter if they're even or not. You can use Japanese pumpkin, you can use butternut pumpkin, you can use Queensland blue, you can use sweet potato. You've gone pretty good, haven't you?
Oh, I do all right. Some days.
Have you noticed that your cooking skills have improved since you've been in here?
No, I noticed, but Rick's eating skills have improved.
Have they? Because your food's getting better.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's a big compliment.
He's a great cook.
Is it? You can steam your vegetables however you like. This is a nice way to do it because you're not losing the nutrients. We're going to let that steam for about 15 minutes until it's soft.
Janella, you just listed the different types of pumpkins. Is there a different amount of calories in each one?
All the pumpkins are pretty similar in calorie count and they all have really high amounts of fibre in them, as does the carrot. All vegetables do, really, but not many Australians eat enough fibre. We need fibre because it keeps our intestines healthy and clean and it keeps our blood sugar even as well. And a lot of the time we're hungry because we haven't had the fibre and it's the outside part of the grain and the skin. So eat lots of fruit and vegetables and whole grains and legumes to get a good amount of fibre in your diet. Okay, let's get on to the spice mix for the tandoori. Now, we've made a curry paste before and we used powder, didn't we? We used up the ground spice. I'm going to show you how to use the seeds. Okay, so these are fennel seeds.
Smell like fennel.
Do they? You should guess. 1 teaspoon fennel seeds.
Cumin seeds by the smell of that.
Cumin seeds.
Coriander seeds.
Nice one. That's hard.
That's tricky.
Yeah, that is tricky. Coriander seeds.
Now I can really trick you because they're cardamom pods.
Good one. So they're cardamom pods and they're the seeds that are inside.
And they're very strong flavour.
They're very strong flavour, so just a few of those. They take over everything, but they're beautiful.
Turmeric.
Turmeric, easy, yellow. That's what's going to give us our nice tandoori colour and it's very good for our liver. OK, we've got about a tablespoon there. Next.
Now I'm assuming that's paprika.
That is paprika. 1 tablespoon of paprika. You can use a sweet and smoked if you like, or just straight, or really hot as well. That's just not hot.
And given that that's so small, I would say that's chilli powder.
It's close. It's cayenne pepper. But chilli powder, of course, you can use as well. A little bit of white pepper in there. So what we're going to do with that is toast it and turn it up a little bit. And we're just going to heat that gently. Don't turn it up really high, it will burn. So just gently heat it and you'll start to get a beautiful fragrant smell. And when you start to get that smell, you know it's ready to take out. Or the seeds will start to pop. I'm going to put a quarter of an onion in here. What else have we got? Can you pass me the lime, please, Dave? Thank you. I'm going to grate the rind, the whole rind.
Oh, it's smoking.
Take him off, yeah. Maybe pour him straight in here, Dave. So we're going to put it into the mortar and pestle. Okay, so I've got 1 whole lime in there. And, can you pass me the garlic, please? 1 clove. Smash. How's that going, Dave?
Yeah, there's just a few rough bits, but it's all right.
I'm using silken tofu in this because there's hardly any calories in this. It will make it really smooth and creamy. And tofu is a great source of protein. It helps keep your blood sugar stable. Smell?
I'd like a taste, but you know.
Oh, go on, here.
Good.
It's good, isn't it? Now, chicken. 200 grams, 2 people. Yep, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to shred it, because if you cut it small, then all the marinade gets into it and not just on the outside. I'm going to get you to do the honours with the curry paste, and we're going to place him in here and then pour him all over the top. Yum, doesn't that look great? So let's pop him in the oven. He's going to take 20 minutes on 200 degrees, and then I'm going to turn it up a bit more to about 220 for 5 minutes to make it brown and crunchy on the top.
Could you marinate the chicken and then barbecue it? Because we always barbecue our
Absolutely,
tandoori.
barbecue it. And while you're barbecuing it, get a brush and your tandoori marinade and baste it as you would anything. Okay, how are our mash going? Let's have a poke.
I was about to say, need a knife.
Good.
Yep, there
Yep,
you're done.
great. Okay, now we're going to blitz those as well. Okay, I'm going to grate the ginger while Dave puts the veggies in there. Quite a lot of ginger. I'm putting about a tablespoon. It's a lot. So if you don't like ginger, leave it out. If you don't like it as much as us, put less. Pinch of white pepper in there, and...
I'm enjoying all the smell.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Right, we're ready. I put a tandoori chicken on a bit earlier.
Oh, yum.
This will be really yummy if you leave it to marinate for as long as possible. But, you know, 15 minutes is enough while you're preparing your vegetables, but the longer, the better.
That looks good.
Doesn't it look good? Half. These sort of bowls are good for wet dishes because you can then pour all the juice in. Unless you're doing it on the barbie.
Oh, that looks awesome.
Oh, I'm so happy you like that. Okay, so we've got mung bean sprouts and then some leaves on top. Oh, look at that. That dish comes under 250 calories, which is fantastic. So for a dinner party, have your chicken marinating the night before. All you have to do then is your mash, so you're not in the kitchen all night. Best part?
Oh, the tasting.
You deserved that, Dave.
Oh, nice big bit.
Go on.
That is really nice.
Oh, great. Got a success.
That's your best one yet.
Oh, my best one yet.
Best one yet.
Glad you're all happy with that. We've got a beautiful dish. Our guests are now happy. They haven't had many calories. Usually we wouldn't serve them dessert, especially when we're watching our weight. But on special occasions, especially for a dinner party, let's make dessert, but let's make a really special, healthy dessert.
Coming up, a dessert under 100 calories.
These are going to become your favourite dessert and you won't ever want sticky date again.
Really yummy.
And an inspirational triathlete.
It's a 3.8 kilometre swim, a 180 kilometre cycle. You then top that off with a 42.2 kilometre full marathon.
It's well recognised as the toughest one-day endurance event in the world. That's what attracted me to it in the first place.
We've made two great dishes, low sodium, low fat, high protein and really yummy. So we want to follow up with a low fat, low sodium, beautiful dessert. Is this possible? I say it is, but under here, it's not. Still.
My chicken ice cream.
Why do you do this to us?
Hayley! In that tiny little piece of sticky date pudding, there is 316 calories. Like, that's just enormous. Is it worth it, I ask you?
Don't ask them.
Yeah, totally. And a scoop of ice cream, about 100 calories. Not is it just high in calories, but it's really high in fat and bad fat, not the good fat you get from fish and legumes and avocado, but bad fat, processed fat. So this is our bad dessert. Say goodbye. Bye. And over here is the healthy dessert. We're going to make something I like to call bliss balls. And Shannan, do you want to come and give me a hand?
Yes, I do.
You just want to get closer to the sticky date pudding.
Maybe.
Come on over. Okay, let's get straight on into this. So about a cup of dry roasted, unsalted mixed nuts has a massive 850, 900 calories in it, which is why you're not eating nuts. But They are so good for you. They're high in protein, calcium, essential fatty acids, fibre. They are something to have later on. So I'm going to whiz them up. Dried fruit. There's about a cup of dried fruit. I'm going to roughly chop those just so they process a little bit easier. What's your favourite dessert?
You just unveiled it.
Sticky date?
I love sticky date and ice cream. And I would eat a lot more than just a small slice.
How much would you have eaten?
Half to a full tray of it.
What's a tray look like? Like the bread would?
No, not.
We had a contestant that ate a kilo of steak.
Yeah, I know that, and that dumbfounded me.
Yeah. So, a lot. Did you make it yourself?
No, we'd always buy a store-bought one. I honestly have no idea how you'd even make sticky date pudding. Energy for sleeping.
Yeah, that's how you get fat.
Yes, it is.
This is a grain called millet that's been puffed. You can get puffed corn, you can get puffed rice. Millet is the oldest cultivated cereal in the world. It is gluten-free and it's extremely good for you. A cup of this, which weighs almost nothing, is about 17 calories. So whiz. Now this is flax seeds or linseeds ground up. This is great for weight loss because the oil in it stays in your stomach for ages. So it doesn't go straight through you, so it makes you feel really full for longer. So whiz him up. We have here rice syrup. This is brown rice pounded up. That's all. And it has far less calories than honey. So really, there are no measurements for this. I'm using half a cup because we're watching the calories. But when you taste this, if you want it a bit sweeter, add a bit more. If you don't want it so sweet, add less. Tahini. This is sesame seeds pounded up. It's very high in calories though. So we're using 2 tablespoons in here, and this will give it a little malty flavour. Okay, do you want to do the last whiz, Shannon?
Yeah.
Let's take it out, Shannon. It's sticky. The way you know it's ready is you put your hand in and it's going to create a ball. And there's about 100 calories in each one, which is fantastic, and they're so sweet. Wait till you taste them. You don't really want more than one. These are going to become your favourite dessert and you won't ever want sticky date again.
Okay.
A great dessert when you've got your friends over because they're done ahead of time. There's nothing worse than to be in the kitchen when everybody's outside having a good time and you're slaving in the kitchen. So have them done, pop a few on a little platter, make a pot of tea, and out you go. Shannon, had the first taste.
Okay. They're really yummy.
And in that, you've got 100 calories as opposed to over 400 in the sticky date. In fact, that's just a little ball of goodness in there. You've got so many good things: calcium, protein, zinc, iron, fibre, essential fatty acids. But as Shannon's just done, little mouthful, chew, don't woof them. They're still a sweet. 100 calories in your dessert, so we've made 3 dishes that are low-cal and high nutrients that you can make ahead of time for when your friends and family come over once you're out of Camp Biggest Loser. So thanks a lot for staying in Masterclass, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Coming up,
Those days don't come along very often.
expert advice on running a
You can
marathon.
do 21, you can do 42. Physically and mentally, you're a lot stronger than you think you are. Believe in yourself.
Hi guys, and welcome back. There's just one thing to take care of before you leave this place, and it's a 42-kilometre marathon. From that race, you are going to learn so many things about yourself. Resilience, determination, courage, guts. Because if you can do a marathon, you can do anything. Now, our next guest is the living embodiment of that. This man is the current Hawaiian Ironman world champion, and his name is Craig Alexander. Please make him welcome.
Hey, great.
Good to meet you.
You too. Everyone,
Let's get this into context for people that don't know about the Hawaiian Ironman triathlon. It's a 3.8 kilometre swim.
Yep.
It's a 180 kilometre cycle through the volcanic rock lava fields of Hawaii, where the temperatures are often over 40 degrees Celsius. You then top that off with a 42.2 kilometre full marathon in that heat and humidity.
It's well recognised as the toughest one-day endurance event in the world, and I think that's what attracted me to it in the first place. So
Really?
it presents a great challenge.
In the 2009 race, was it, you got off the bike, you'd already swum nearly 4Ks, you'd done 180 Ks, you're in 9th position, you've got 12 minutes on you. Was the race gone in your head, or did you know you could pin him back?
The race is never gone in my mind. I'm racing myself as much as I'm racing my competition. Well, there's still a marathon to run. There's a long way to go.
It's a long way to go.
It's never over until it's over.
Yeah.
I knew I'd done the work to really bring it home strong, and I felt I was close enough if I was good enough. I really enjoy the second half of the marathon in Kona, because I think when you're out in the lava fields, that's when you find out, you know, how true and how real your motivation is.
How hot is it there, mate, in that?
It's over 50 degrees Celsius. There's,
No.
I mean, if you could just imagine, it's like a lunarscape there. It's solidified lava, it's black, and you just have a black hot mix road running right through the middle of it. So
Like you've gone for how many hours
you're
now?
at about 7 hours by then, so, or maybe a bit longer than 7 hours. You know, it's an interesting part of the race, because I think things switch from being more physical to more mental.
I don't know about you, I'm sitting on the edge of my seat. I want to know what happened from 21 Ks to the finish line.
I ran stride for stride with Andreas Rahlert from Germany. Up to that point, it had been a real struggle for me. Then I just found a rhythm again. At 30 kilometres, you know, thankfully and finally I'd found a rhythm. So I was able to run away from Andreas and quickly close the gap on Chris Lieto, who was leading. I caught him at 33, 34 kilometres in, and fortunately went past and was able to defend my title. And, you know, on reflection, I feel that second win last year was more rewarding. You know, I think it's harder to stay at the top than it is to get there. And you guys will find that with your training. It's the days you have to suffer and fight for everything. Believe me, that's when you really learn the most about yourself, and that's when you surprise yourself the most.
How impressive is this? These guys are as equally impressive in their own right. They're about to run their own marathon. They've already done 21. Have you got any tips for them going into the 42?
I think if you can do 21, you can do 42. Just be smart and consistent with your training, and believe in yourself. Physically and mentally, you're a lot stronger than you think you are. But the only way you're going to find that out is to examine that little theory for yourself, and to go to your limit. And then the next time to go to your limit and then go another 1 or 2%. In life, I think the hardest thing to do is to make a decision and then commit to it, and to start something, which is what you've done. So I think you'll be fine in the marathon. I think you'll be fine. You're going to enjoy it too, believe it or not.
Well, you're taking like probably a 9-month preparation, or probably even a 12-month preparation next race. What do you do with injuries? Like, have you had any major injuries?
I really look after myself. I do a lot of core strength and core stability work in the gym. That's the foundation for all good movement. And when the technique's good, you're going to minimise the chances of overuse injuries and those sorts of things.
I think being here, most of us have realised that the exercise is important, but, you know, like nutrition for us, I think, has been paramount. Do you think the same?
I think everything has a role to play, for sure. I'm just a big believer in exercising and a healthy lifestyle and a healthy diet. I mean, I treat myself, you know, I love to eat chocolate, I love to eat ice cream.
You can, mate.
But
don't feel guilty.
Yeah, and I
You can
don't.
eat whatever you want,
I don't.
mate.
And certainly, I pay a lot more attention to diet when I'm having my breaks from training. And I think it's just a balance. It's a balance of everything. Everything should work together.
I was just wondering, Craig, when you're actually going and you're racing, what's your support network like? I mean, are we talking just massive amounts of people, or is it really just you, your wife and your kids, or...?
Yeah, no entourage for me, just the family, really. There's no way I could have had the success I've had in sport or in life without my wife and my kids and my family. You'll find that. You know, you're going to have issues of motivation down the track and things like that, and there'll be hurdles to clear. But you need great people around you to help you, for sure, and provide that support.
So any parting thoughts for these guys about to launch themselves into a marathon?
Like all challenges in life, sporting or otherwise, it'll be tough. That's why it'll be rewarding when you cross the finish line, and you will. And it's something you'll carry with you forever. So good luck, train smart and race smart.
Well, Craig, thank you so much. It's been a real inspiration. I know we've got a lot from it.
Good champion, mate.
Thanks for having me. Good luck, guys.
Very tasty.
Good luck, guys.
Coming up, looking after your feet.
When we walk,
double our body weight goes through our feet. And when we run, it's up to 6 times our body weight goes through our feet.
How to avoid foot injury.
One of the other common causes is people running in shoes that are not appropriate for running.
All right, guys, now we're about to move on to the medical section of Masterclass. Now, Dr. Norman Swan is currently in the US at a conference, so while he's away, Shannan and I thought we might step into his shoes, quite literally. Today's session is about shoes and about feet and the importance of taking care of this particular part of your body, considering we're using them so much. So today, I'm going to introduce you to our podiatrist, Peter Lum.
Shannan.
Hello, Pete.
Nice to meet you. Michelle.
Hi, Pete. Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Mate, how important are feet and shoes to...
Our feet are the foundations, so if they're not working right, everything sitting above it, our knees, our hips, our back, also don't function as well as what they possibly can do. And then with the added load of exercise and training, for instance, when we walk, it's estimated that double our body weight goes through our feet. And when we run, it's up to 6 times our body weight goes through our feet. So
Every step, so twice your
every
body
step,
weight.
twice our body weight.
So, for example, when Shannan started here, he was 214 kilos. So if he's running 6 times
6 times
load-
that, each and every single step.
No wonder that 4Ks was tough, mate, right back at the start. We have got a few little niggles and issues, shins, ankles, even knees and hips, and that could be due to feet or shoes.
Definitely. We've got 2 feet, we've got 2 legs. So if one of those is doing something different to the other one, the body has to adjust and compensate for that. So one of the most common causes of back pain, knee pain, leg length differences, if one foot rolls in more than the other, the body's got to adjust and compensate.
Are you saying that back pain can be caused by inappropriate footwear and bad feet?
Absolutely. Our back's
And
got
knee
to sit
pain.
on top of something, and knee pain.
All the way through?
All the way through.
It's a series of connective...
Definitely.
Links that everything must be in order.
Definitely.
Lise?
Yes.
How are your feet holding up?
They were good until I started running on the cross trainer again, and the last couple of days they've been very painful again.
Very painful. Is it both feet, both legs? Or
I
is
have
it just...
plantar fasciitis in my right foot and insertion inflammation in my Achilles.
Our plantar fascia is the main fascia that runs underneath the arch of the foot. It connects our heel through our big toe joint up into the big toe. Very important structure. It's designed to help us push off and generate a force. And unfortunately, when that load increases coming down through increased activity, not wearing the adequate support in our footwear, over time that just breaks down. We get micro trauma and a chronic inflammation.
So where does it hurt?
60–70% of people report pain right underneath the heel. One of the other common causes of plantar fasciitis that we see is people running in shoes that are not appropriate for running. So cross trainers and walking shoes.
Right.
They don't provide that flexion through the forefoot, increases the load on the plantar fascia.
Now, Phoebe's had a classic. Within a couple of weeks of coming into The Biggest Loser, she started to get some pain.
Yeah, it was pain right down the inside of my legs along the bone and really, really sore calf muscle.
Okay, and this was on both legs?
Both legs.
Okay. If things are happening at the same time, at the same rate on both legs, usually we can assume that it's because of the extra load that you're starting to put onto your body. If you're protecting yourself by stretching, wearing proper shoes, icing and heating appropriately, your body will adapt to that new exercise and will bring itself back into check. So this is an injury that we like to maintain whilst exercising rather than stopping you completely. Is your pain settling down or is it increasing with...
Now I'm pretty much pain-free on impact.
Yeah, so here's a perfect example of trying to train through whilst being managed.
Well, since you mentioned footwear,
Yes.
we've actually got some master specialists who are going to assess our feet and the type of footwear that we should be wearing. So this is Kim and Neil from Athlete's Foot.
Hey, Kim. Nice to meet you. Neil, how are you, mate?
Nice to meet you. Okay, one of our contestants, Ricky, got a pretty big sized foot, so we thought we'd give you a challenge and put him up first. Come on up, Ricky.
I'm not sure if you guys are ready for these things.
Well, yeah. So if we have a look at Rick here, we can see he's a size 15. We want to measure both feet as well. So this foot's actually half a size longer than the other one. In your case, because you're a 15, we'd need to go up to a 16.
Is that the biggest feet you've ever measured?
Oh, it's pretty close.
Is that
pretty
really?
close, yeah.
Now, I noticed that you've got a pad over here that they actually have to step on. Is that correct?
Yeah, what we're going to do is get Neil over here to fit print Rick, and what that does, it actually measures the pressure in his feet.
All right, Rick, well, let's get you on.
All right. Hi, Rick. Neil, nice to meet you. Rick, I'll get you to stand both feet onto the mat for me. What the footprint does is actually gives us an idea of where most of your pressure is distributed and allows us to get the right benefits and features from a shoe to fit your foot profile.
Cool.
Basically, what we're looking at is the red is where most of your pressure is in your feet. You got it more so in your right heel and also in the ball of the foot. And you've got a little bit on your left heel and also in the left ball of the foot as well. We need a lot of cushioning, but also because you have a bit of arch impact through there, we also need a lot of support to help distribute your pressure out a little bit better.
Now, it seems as though the right foot is getting more of his weight than the left.
Yes.
Is there something that we can do to help that?
Generally, what happens in that case, Michelle, is we try to get a shoe that's going to help distribute that pressure evenly within his feet. The other test that we actually look at is your pressure while you're walking. Go for it. Excellent. And now back with the opposite foot.
All right.
That's great. This pressure pad actually shows now not only what your pressure while you're standing, but it actually shows where most of your pressure is distributed while you're walking.
Neil, given everything that you've seen, can you give me a quick rundown on what sort of shoe we're going to need for Rick?
Rick's foot rolls to the inside. So the kind of footwear that we need for Rick is the Brooks piece, which allows to support from the heel to the ball of the foot and distribute his pressure a lot more evenly so he's not coming back to the inside of his arches.
Cool. Shall we fit him up?
Yeah, let's go. So, Rick, if you want to pop your socks on.
Socks?
If we have a look, we've got the Brooks Beast, so we can see that they're nice and sort of straight and flat through the arch area, just to match the shape of Rick's foot, okay? This area here will help to support through the arches.
Yep.
So pop that one on.
All right, so we're going to get good support for the arch. We're going to have more heel cushioning.
Yep.
So, Rick, how are you feeling?
I feel pretty good. I can feel my arches.
So, you think you'll be able to run the marathon?
You can do anything in these.
All right, cool. Well, if you're happy with them, take seats.
Definitely.
Pete, the guys have got a marathon coming up. Final words of wisdom before you leave.
Good luck. The three best tips I can give you guys before you head out onto this marathon expedition: make sure you get any injuries treated early. Involve the team approach, your podiatrist, your chiropractor, your physiotherapist, your trainers. The next thing that's very important is to replace your shoes on a regular basis. Shoes do decay, particularly when you're doing as much work as what you guys are doing in them. And then third is maintain good exercise practices. Stretch, warm up, cool down, look after your body, because that's the thing that's going to get you guys through to the end of the marathon.
Pete, thanks so much for coming.
Pleasure, Shannon.
The guys from Athlete's Foot, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, gang, well, it's been a pretty busy day.
But now the competition is back on.
Last chance training is just around the corner, and
we've got a weigh-in coming up, after which there's going to be 4 contestants left. So make sure you stay above the yellow line.